Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. How are you tonight? Good? Good. You're not so good. That is a bummer. Anyhow. Alright. Now, in all seriousness, I want to get to two specific topics tonight. Two. One of who I want to talk about is the Coore. That's right. C-O-O-R-E. The Coore. You'd think they would spell it C-O-R-E. Nah. C-O-O-R-E. That threw me off. Anyhow. Okay. For those of you who don't know who is in the Coore, it's Wade Barrett, Justin Gabriel, Heath Slater, and Ezekiel Jackson. Basically, the original Nexus. Just replace Otanga with, you put freaking Ezekiel Jackson in there. Now, I like this idea, and the part that really gets me, think it's interesting, is the part where, there is no leader of this group. You'd think that Wade Barrett would be the leader, but there's no leader. They're all doing their own part in this group. It's not like, CM Punk's group, where CM Punk is the leader, or, the old Nexus. Of course Wade Barrett was the leader of that. So, you don't have leadership here. You just have, continuity, and you have, teamwork here. Which I think will work. I like this group. I do. I could talk just, one-on-one about these guys, which one they're pretty good at. Ezekiel Jackson's a powerhouse. We all know Justin Gabriel's a high flyer. Heath Slater seems like he's pretty fast. And Wade Barrett just has the whole, beat down brawler type of style. So, I think it balances, all these attributes in the group, which will make them a powerful group. Which I think this will go farther than I think than the original Nexus. So, we should see how it works. And they got a new Titantron. They got a new music tonight. The music, at first I heard it, I was like, WWE gave these guys a song. Then again, this is the same company that gave Your Enemy by Green Day as the theme song for Smackdown. Put that Red Theory song, forget what it's called, it's like the second theme for it, put it there instead. But again, this is a good group, you guys, and I look forward into the Coore. What do you guys think of the Coore? It's I'm gonna have to get used to saying that, the Coore. Just the Coore. It's the Coore. But anyway, like I said, this should be a good group. We'll see how it goes. I'm not gonna go over and say, oh, this is gonna be the best group of all time. Watch out, guys. No, I'm not gonna say that. That's freaking crazy. I don't know if this is gonna be a good group, but I find it interesting how I remember when I saw, somebody was at the Smackdown event on Tuesday and taped it and uploaded a video on YouTube of the Coore's entrance, and somebody commented on that video and said that the new Nexus is kind of like the NWO. And I was like, what? And that the Coore is the Wolfpack, and I'm like, maybe. Oh, and John Cena, for God forbid, is Sting, and I was like, okay, now you're going a little crazy there, buddy. But yeah, so what do you guys think of the Coore? I think it should be a good group. The new Nexus, I'm glad they got those guys in the group. The reason why is because I don't think the new Nexus, other than CM Punk, I don't think those guys can last it by themselves. Not yet. Not yet with McGillicuddy, not yet with Harris. Otanga, I think he still has room to improvement in ring skill wise. He's pretty good on the mic, but in ring skills is just But yeah, we saw Michael Tarver too on SmackDown. I don't know what was up with that. What was Michael Tarver doing? But anyhow, so yeah, that's with the Coore. Now, another subject I want to talk about. I was going to talk about this last night, but I made my TNA review, so I couldn't do it. But, alright. Someone messaged me. I'm not going to say on which account and who did it, but someone messaged me saying, hey Chris, Is the WWE turning TV-14? I have a good feeling it's turning TV-14 again. And I asked him, I said, really? Why do you think so? You know his response? Because John Cena said ass last week on Monday Night Raw. That's it. Oh yeah, and then we had we can't forget Nikki and Brie. They want to have sex with Daniel Bryan. That's sexual content. And CM Punk was going to try to commit suicide last week on Monday Night Raw when he wanted to jump on the Titantron. That's suicidal. That's not PG. So, alright. Gonna try to make this short as possible. Just because those things are on television doesn't mean that it's not TV PG. Is it edgy PG? Yeah. But here's the thing. Yes, we haven't seen that type of style. You know, we haven't seen those kind of things in a while. I'll give them that. But it doesn't mean WWE is going to turn TV-14. I mean, for crying out loud, John Cena supposedly got fined for saying ass. I'm sorry. I don't care if I went to WWE and PG and made as much money as John Cena. I say ass and you fine me, I'm going to be like, what the hell is wrong with you? I'm not going to say it, I'm going to think it though. But seriously, I mean, obviously that was a mistake by John Cena. Obviously he's not going to say ass just like that. I mean, come on, he's the poster boy right now of WWE, you know, John Cena. And then, you know, with the whole Bella Twins and Daniel Bryan, yeah, that's different in the PG era, but, you know, okay, when I started watching wrestling in 1998, I probably saw more sexual content then than I do now on freaking, you know, in the WWE. I'm serious, guys. I mean, the bet thing wasn't even that big of a deal. I mean, sure, it may have gotten some, you know, horny guys like, oh yeah, that's what I like. Two twins betting on who's gonna get laid. You know, and then it's, you know, Brie. Well, I'm the more, what was it? I'm the more, God, what the hell did she say? Doesn't even matter what she said, seriously. I mean, I'm the more aggressive one. That's what she said. I'm the more aggressive one. That's great, Brie. Great to know that. Wow. And then the whole CM Punk thing, you know. Do you really think a kid's gonna actually go, like, let's just say, jump off a roof of his house just because he saw CM Punk look like he was about to, even though he didn't? I mean, come on. Guys, what I'm trying to say here is wrestling, if it's TV-14, does not make it great wrestling. Look at TNA, TV-14. Does it mean a good wrestling? Look at Impact last night. God forbid, there was barely any wrestling. All it was Days of Our Lives, General Hospital, any freaking soap opera you want. And I know what people said, oh, wrestling is a male soap opera. Good lord, this was. The whole Jeff Jarrett and Karen Jarrett and against Kurt Angle. Good lord, they freaking shoved that down our throats. And then they are coming. They are coming. Here's the thing. They're paying more attention about this whole they are coming and the whole Jeff Jarrett and Karen Angle thing than they are with the Welterweight Championship, which is supposed to be your main thing. Your Welterweight Championship. Jeff Hardy. I know Jeff Hardy's going to jail soon, but seriously, you can still pump that up a little bit more of Jeff Hardy and Mr. Anderson with your supposed to be live event show. I know TNA that you're supposed to have this, you know, taping of a live event of a live event. That makes no sense. Taping of you finally being out of Impact. And it was only the second time you guys ever do. The first time was in Vegas, which I found interesting. But anyways, guys, real quick, TV-14 does not make you good wrestling. TV-PG can even be good wrestling. It can happen. Guys, we've seen it in the WWE. It's been PG before. And they put out pretty good wrestling. You're telling me 2007 was a good year of wrestling for WWE? That was TV-14. Yeah. And Smackdown, don't even get me started. People are like, oh, Smackdown TV-14. Smackdown's been TV-PG for the longest time. We just haven't really noticed it yet. We're just like, alright, Smackdown. You know? It's just I just want to say that to you guys. Just because it's TV-14 doesn't mean it's good wrestling. You can have good wrestling TV-14, duh, Attitude Era. But seriously, guys, chill out. I'll see you guys later. Peace!